High school is coming to a close soon, probably not soon enough for the kids in school. Many students will spend the summer looking for a job. That's why we thought now is the perfect time to attack the topic of teens and credit. Financial advisor Pamela McCoy joins us live in studio from Bonafide Credit. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we're talking about kids and credit. What is the right age for a child to even start thinking about credit?
The right age is at the age that your child can start articulating.
Okay.
You know, at whatever level that is, then it's like most educational things, you build upon it. So even though they're toddlers, you can script and develop a plan on their own level and start building on that, because it's all about the foundation and building good behaviors, good financial behaviors. If you don't give them the right direction, could possibly lead to the wrong behavior.
Well, because the first thought is that kids don't need credit. I mean, credit is an adult thing, but you're talking, you have to teach them how to use credit and what it's for.
Exactly. And credit is tied to money. And so maybe at the initial stages, it's about cash, but it's just about money, understanding money and how that factors. Because, of course, with money comes credit. Credit cards. It could be financing a car, financing a home, all kinds of things on credit, but they all tie back to cash, because even if you buy it on credit, it has to be paid for.
Yes.
So if you start out talking about the importance of cash, how to understand cash, when they're spending their own money, when they understand cash, then that will affect the way that they use credit.
That kind of leads to the next question, why it's important to talk to children about and engage children in this conversation.
Because it's about the foundation, the behavioral financial foundation. Because what they learn as a child is going to carry on into their adult life when they actually are impacting their financial decisions. Right now, you know, when they're younger, it's the parents' money and the parents' credit, but that's the time to teach them.
So if you don't engage them into this conversation, it could just lead to disastrous results.
Exactly.
So if you had the first step to talk to your high schoolers getting their first job for the summer, what's the first thing you start talking to them about in terms of credit or even money?
Well, I think, you know, we've talked about budgeting or spending plan, and it doesn't matter how much money you're making, again, because it's about building that behavior, that foundation.
Right.
So they need to have a spending plan. If they're only making minimum wage, they take home $100 a week. What do they do with that $100? They need to have the plan for saving a portion of that money and investing a portion of that money, and then they're free to spend the rest of it. But then you're setting that trend.
For more of this interview, and you can go to tbo.com and just search the word links, and you'll find this story. You'll also find a link to your website as well, and get some more information about credit. This makes me think of my niece. She just got her first job. I think she's got the right plan. She puts all her money in the bank and keeps asking me for money. I don't know how that works, but that's what she's doing, and it seems to work for her. As always, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back in just a moment with a final check on your forecast. Oh, yeah, she's like,